This explanation is very obvious, and there's no viable counterargument. First of all, what it means to be too good for someone else has to do with the word good. Those who are going up, good being a play on words for God, right? Those who are going toward the core of righteousness as their path, the source of true love, righteousness, the moral warrior spirit, etc. Okay? Those people who are good, okay, the least of them is above the best of the people who are going toward conformity and this world's evil, and there is no, I repeat, not even anywhere near close way to do both of them. It's very simple. It's right there in their own cultural context. This is why the corporate female, who obviously is trying to find her life in this world, is not good enough for someone like me. And she must submit to this guy if she has any sense. She must acknowledge that and submit. If she doesn't, she's not only evil and childish, she's also stupid. So let's look at the cultural context of the wordplay for those of you who still don't get it. Remember, these people are part of this Western culture that's expanding. It's basically a Judeo-Eurasian culture that's expanding. All these countries at this point have basically Western philosophies. China, communism, North Korea, communism, all these kinds of things, right? Of course, they have some degree of some capitalist free market, blah, blah, blah. It's all Western concepts that dominate their culture. Then they speak their language or something that really means nothing compared to their actual direction. So another word for culture, right? The cultural context of these words is cultivation cycle. Cycle, right? Reproductive cycle. Culture and cultivation. Where are you going with this? Okay. So to live, okay, is evil backwards. What is the cultural context? What is the cultivation and reproductive cycle context? It is the global context. Every country in the world is dominated by a Judeo-Eurasian culture. Okay, some of them are more Western heavy like America, some are more Eastern heavy like China and these other countries. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. And that is the cultural context, every culture that's allowed. So in every culture that is allowed to live is evil, period. Okay, to live that cultural cycle is evil. The devil, backwards, is lived. Lived how? Well, whose language is it? Period. Okay? Part backwards is trap. In case you still don't get it, if you played a part in that culture, you're helping to trap people in that culture, which is headed downward, trying to find your life. It is evil. See, Matthew 10, if you're a Christian, I'm not going to go in circles in your Western circus with your scripture, so I've separated myself from that foolish Christian label. All right. Game scrambled is mage. Confusion. Con. Trap. Fusion. To come together. Reproductive cycle. Do you get it? Or are you a dumb cheerleader bitch like, he lost me, acting like a stupid bitch? There's no excuse for that kind of stupidity. There's literally little kids who understand this like this. Wardrobe. War, Dr. Obi. To doctor the evidence. I brought this up before. This book, Joseph Campbell. Okay, the doctor is the modern master of the mythological realm, the knower of all the secret ways and words of potency. Words of potency. Okay, in your cycle where psychiatric doctors drug people into complicity, okay, these are the words of potency, genius. Okay, I think the devil and evil are kind of significant to the culture. So is the wardrobe. Okay, I'm the top martial artist. There's no African martial arts clothing that is allowed because everyone and their mom, including Africans themselves, other Africans, have come together to cheat me. So the war, the doctor, the evidence, Obi, and for those of you who don't get it, it's the obvious alpha of all alpha cultures, the Igbos. The Western world's failure to widely recognize African martial arts weren't a brief, okay, their failure, this goes by professor, to widely recognize African martial arts, okay? So what does that mean? That means if you take any other martial art path, you are automatically disqualified because of your ill-gotten gains, you're going down. You're benefiting from suppressing who the natural alpha is when martial means to order. Martial and marital are connected, scrambled, do the math. Okay? It's very straightforward. Chukuharu, which is me, is the top martial artist. Period. To disobey me means you're going down. I am the one pointed up. I'm supposed to order